Have you ever wondered how long you'll live after 70? What if I told you that there are hidden signs, scientifically proven, that can give you a clue? These are not just random guesses, but real, measurable indicators that researchers have linked to longevity. Some of them might surprise you, and others might make you rethink the way you're living right now. Aging is inevitable, but how we age is in our hands. Imagine feeling strong, sharp, and independent well into your 80s and 90s. What if a simple habit, something you're already doing, was quietly adding or taking away years from your life? The good news is, once you recognize these signs, you can take action today to improve your future. In this video, we're going to explore 7 surprising signs that predict how long you'll live after 70. These aren't just myths or wishful thinking, they are backed by science. And the best part? Most of them are things you can start improving right now. So, stay with me until the end, because the final sign is one that many people overlook, yet it could be the biggest predictor of your lifespan. Are you ready to take control of your future? Let's dive in. Have you ever stopped for a moment and wondered, how long will I actually live? You feel fine today, but what about 10, 20 years from now? Will you still be strong, independent, and full of life? Or will your health start to slip away faster than you expected? The truth is, science has uncovered surprising signs that can predict your lifespan after 70, and most people have no idea what they are. Some of these signs are so subtle that you might overlook them, but once you recognize them, you can take action to increase your chances of living longer, healthier, and happier. Now, don't get me wrong, longevity isn't just about luck or genetics. It's about the daily choices you make, the habits you build, and the way you take care of your body and mind. And today, we're diving deep into 7 surprising signs that reveal how long you might live after 70. These are not just myths or guesses, these are scientifically backed indicators that doctors and researchers have linked to longevity. And trust me, some of them will shock you. Before we begin, let me ask you something. Have you ever met someone in their 80s or 90s who just seems unstoppable? They walk with confidence, have a sharp memory, and seem to have boundless energy. What's their secret? And more importantly, can you apply it to your own life? The answer is yes. And it starts with understanding the hidden clues your body is giving you about your future health. So, let's jump in. Imagine this, you're sitting down to dinner with family or friends, enjoying a nice meal. Everything seems normal. But there's one small detail about the way you eat that might actually predict how long you'll live. The first surprising sign, you're eating speed. Have you ever noticed whether you eat fast or slow? It might seem like a small, insignificant habit, but research shows that people who eat too quickly tend to have shorter lifespans. Why? Because fast eaters are more likely to overeat, leading to weight gain, metabolic issues, and even cardiovascular problems. When you eat too fast, your brain doesn't have time to process fullness, so you keep eating even when you don't need to. Over time, this increases your risk of obesity, diabetes, and high blood pressure, all of which can take years off your life. But here's the good news, simply slowing down your eating can help you digest food better, absorb nutrients more efficiently, and maintain a healthy weight. Studies have shown that people who eat more mindfully tend to live longer and have a lower risk of chronic disease. So, next time you sit down for a meal, try this, chew each bite at least 20 to 30 times before swallowing. Put your fork down between bites. Savor your food. Not only will you enjoy it more, but you'll also be doing your body a huge favor in the long run. Now, let's talk about another surprising sign that can reveal how long you'll live. And this one has nothing to do with what you eat, but how strong your grip is. The second surprising sign, your hand grip strength. I want you to do a little test right now. Take your hand and squeeze it into a fist. How strong does it feel? Does it feel firm and solid, or is it weak and shaky? Believe it or not, your grip strength is one of the most powerful predictors of longevity. Studies have shown that people with a weak grip tend to have a higher risk of frailty, disability, and even early death. Why? Because grip strength is closely linked to muscle mass, bone density, and overall physical function. A weak grip often signals declining strength, which can lead to falls, fractures, and loss of independence as you age. But here's the thing, grip strength isn't just about your hands, it's about your whole body strength. If you're losing grip strength, you're likely losing muscle elsewhere too. And muscle loss after 70 is a big red flag for shorter lifespan. So, how can you improve it? The best way is to keep using your hands and arms regularly. Try these simple exercises. Squeeze a stress ball or grip trainer a few times a day. Do light weightlifting or resistance band exercises to keep your arms strong. Carry groceries with both hands instead of using a cart whenever possible. Practice opening jars and bottles by hand. These small movements keep your grip strong. The stronger your grip, the more likely you are to stay active, mobile, and independent for years to come. And speaking of movement, let's talk about a shocking mobility test that can predict your longevity with surprising accuracy. The third surprising sign, the sit-to-stand test. Here's a quick challenge for you. Can you sit down on the floor and get back up without using your hands? Sounds easy, right? But for many people over 70, this is actually quite difficult. Scientists have found that your ability to get up from the floor without assistance is a powerful predictor of how long you'll live. The test is simple. 1. Sit down on the floor. 2. Try to stand up without using your hands, knees, or arms for support. 3. If you can do it effortlessly, great. If not, it might be a sign that your mobility and balance need improvement. Why does this matter? Because falling is one of the biggest causes of injury and death in older adults. Weak leg muscles, poor balance, and reduced flexibility can lead to serious falls, which can result in hip fractures, long hospital stays, and a decline in overall health. The good news? You can improve your mobility at any age. Simple exercises like standing on one foot for 10 seconds to improve balance, doing gentle squats to strengthen your legs, practicing seated to standing movements daily can make a huge difference in your ability to move freely and live longer. Now, let me ask you, how did you do on that test? Were you able to get up easily, or did you struggle a bit? If you found it difficult, don't worry, there's always time to improve. The key is to stay active and keep challenging your body. And speaking of surprising ways to predict longevity, we've only just scratched the surface. There are still 4 more shocking signs that can tell you whether you're on track for a long, healthy life, or if you need to make some changes now to improve your future. So, if you found these first 3 signs eye-opening, keep watching because the next ones are just as fascinating, and some of them might completely change the way you think about aging. Did those first 3 signs surprise you? Maybe you realized you need to slow down when eating, improve your grip strength, or work on your mobility. If so, don't worry, you're already ahead of the game by simply recognizing what needs improvement. And now, let's dive deeper because these next signs are just as eye-opening, and they might reveal even more about your future health and longevity. So, let me ask you something, how's your walking speed these days? Do you still move with confidence, or have you noticed yourself slowing down? Because that leads us to our next surprising sign. The fourth surprising sign, your walking speed. Think about this, when you're out running errands or walking with friends, do you naturally keep up, or do you struggle to match their pace? Your walking speed is one of the strongest indicators of how long you'll live. Studies have shown that people who walk slowly in their 70s and beyond have a higher risk of premature death compared to those who walk briskly. Why? Because walking speed reflects more than just your legs. It's a sign of your overall health, muscle strength, balance, cardiovascular fitness, and even brain function. In fact, doctors now use walking speed as a clinical test to assess aging and health risks. A slower walking pace is often linked to weaker muscles that make movement harder, poor heart and lung function, reducing stamina, cognitive decline, meaning your brain isn't processing movement efficiently, increased fall risk, which can lead to injuries and hospitalization. So, here's a quick test for you. Time yourself walking 10 feet, about 3 meters. A healthy pace for longevity is about 3 feet per second, 0.9 meters per second, or more. If you're much slower than that, it's a sign that you need to start improving your strength and endurance. The good news? You can fix this. Walking speed is like a muscle, it can be trained. Try this. Walk daily, even if it's just 10 to 15 minutes. Use a metronome or upbeat music to keep a steady pace. Practice short bursts of faster walking to build endurance. Do simple strength exercises like leg lifts and squats to strengthen your lower body. The stronger your legs, the faster you walk, and the longer you live. And speaking of strength, let's move on to a sign that you might not expect to be linked to longevity. The fifth surprising sign, your ability to carry groceries. Sounds simple, right? But if lifting a bag of groceries feels harder than it used to, it might be a warning sign. Researchers have found that your ability to carry everyday objects, like a grocery bag, a suitcase, or even a grandchild, can predict your lifespan. Weakness in the arms and legs is a strong indicator of frailty, reduced independence, and shorter life expectancy. Think about it. If carrying something as routine as groceries tires you out, it could mean your muscles are losing strength faster than they should. Your endurance is decreasing, making daily tasks harder. Your bones and joints are weaker, increasing your risk of fractures. This is why strength training is critical after 70. You don't need to lift heavy weights, just small, consistent strength exercises can make a huge difference. Try these. Practice carrying a light bag of groceries for short distances. Do arm curls with soup cans or light dumbbells. Stand up from a chair without using your hands. This strengthens your legs. Use resistance bands to gently work your muscles at home. The goal isn't to become a bodybuilder, it's to maintain functional strength so you can stay independent for as long as possible. Because here's the truth, the moment you stop using your muscles, you start losing them. And now, let's talk about something that's often overlooked, but might be one of the biggest predictors of how long you'll live. The sixth surprising sign, your social life. Let me ask you this, how often do you truly connect with other people? Not just small talk at the grocery store, but real, meaningful conversations that make you feel good inside. Because believe it or not, your social life can predict how long you'll live just as much as your physical health. Studies have shown that people with strong social connections tend to live longer compared to those who are socially isolated, have lower stress levels, which reduces heart disease and inflammation, maintain better brain health, preventing dementia and cognitive decline, feel happier and more fulfilled, which boosts overall well-being. In contrast, loneliness is now considered as deadly as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. That's how powerful social connection is for longevity. But here's the problem, many people over 70 start withdrawing from social life. Maybe friends have moved away, family is busy, or social events feel overwhelming. But isolation speeds up aging, it affects your mind, body, and emotional health. So, if your social life has been fading, here's what you can do. Schedule a regular phone call or video chat with family or friends. Join a local group, club, or class, anything that gets you around people. Go for a daily walk in a public place where you can interact with others. Volunteer, helping others boosts happiness and connection. The key is not to wait for others to reach out, take the first step. Because maintaining strong relationships isn't just good for your heart, it literally adds years to your life. And speaking of things that affect your lifespan, there's one final sign that most people overlook, but it's one of the most powerful indicators of longevity. Are you ready for it? Because this last one might change the way you think about aging forever. If the last few signs surprised you, this final one might just change the way you look at aging forever. Because it's not about your muscles, your diet, or even your social life, it's about something deeply connected to how long and how well you live. Let me ask you this, do you wake up in the morning with a sense of purpose? Do you feel like your days have meaning, or do they just blend into one another? Because this leads us to the seventh and final surprising sign of longevity. The seventh surprising sign, your sense of purpose. This might sound simple, but it's one of the strongest indicators of a long and healthy life. Researchers have found that people who have a sense of purpose, something that makes them excited to wake up each day, tend to live longer, healthier, and happier lives. Why? Because having a purpose gives you a reason to stay engaged, active, and emotionally fulfilled. It protects against stress, depression, and even physical decline. In fact, studies show that seniors with a strong sense of purpose are less likely to develop Alzheimer's or dementia, more likely to take care of their health and stay active, able to handle stress better, reducing the risk of heart disease, more socially engaged, which keeps the mind sharp and the spirit strong. But here's the problem: many people lose their sense of purpose after retirement. The routine of work, raising a family, and daily responsibilities gave life structure, but when that's gone, some people struggle to find a new reason to wake up every morning. The good news? It's never too late to redefine your purpose. Your sense of purpose doesn't have to be something grand. It can be as simple as taking care of a pet, gardening, volunteering, mentoring younger generations, or even learning something new. Think about what excites you, what makes you feel alive. Maybe it's spending time with grandchildren and passing down wisdom, helping in your community, whether through charity, church, or mentoring, exploring a creative passion, like painting, writing, or playing an instrument, traveling, experiencing new places, or even just making new memories. The key is to stay engaged with life. The moment you stop looking forward to something, the body and mind start slowing down. Find a reason to wake up every day with excitement, and you'll add years, not just to your life, but to the quality of it. Now, let's take a step back and reflect on everything we've learned today. Final thoughts: what these 7 signs reveal about your future. So, we've covered 7 powerful indicators of longevity. Some of them you might have expected, but others were probably a wake-up call. Let's quickly go over them again. Your eating speed: eating too fast can shorten your lifespan, while mindful eating keeps your digestion and health strong. Your grip strength: a strong grip isn't just about muscles, it's a direct sign of longevity and overall health. Your ability to get up from the floor: if you can do it with ease, your body is aging well. If not, it's time to work on mobility and strength. Your walking speed: a slow pace can predict serious health risks, while maintaining a brisk walk adds years to your life. Your ability to carry groceries: everyday strength is a key to staying independent and reducing frailty. Your social life: staying connected and engaged with others dramatically extends your life and improves your happiness. Your sense of purpose: waking up with something to look forward to is one of the strongest predictors of a long, fulfilling life. The best part? You can improve all of these things starting today. No matter where you are right now, you have the power to take control of your health, your mind, and your future. The challenge: take action today. Now, I want to challenge you, yes, you watching right now. Think about these 7 signs and ask yourself: backhand index pointing right, which one do I need to work on the most? Backhand index pointing right, what's one small step I can take today to improve it? Maybe it's going for a short walk, squeezing a stress ball to strengthen your grip, or calling a friend you haven't talked to in a while. Every small change adds up. And here's the most important thing to remember: aging is not about the years you've lived, it's about how you live them. Your future is in your hands, and by making smart choices today, you can enjoy a longer, healthier, and happier life. If you found this video helpful, let's keep this conversation going. Drop a comment below and let me know, which of these 7 signs surprised you the most? I'd love to hear your thoughts. And if you're serious about staying strong, sharp, and full of life, hit that like button and subscribe for more insights on health, longevity, and living your best life at any age. Thank you for watching, and remember, your best years are not behind you, they're still ahead. Stay active, stay engaged, and keep thriving. See you in the next video. Rocket Flexed Biceps Party Popper.